My name's Ashley, and I'm here at the Long Beach Department of Health and Human Services. Today, I'm going to be guiding you guys through a Long Beach POD, P-O-D, which stands for Point of Dispensing Site. So let's go talk to some of the staff here a little bit more about what a POD is. Follow me. In any emergency, it's the role of public health to control the spread of disease and to offer ways to prevent disease. Public health is also responsible for the provision of vaccinations and medication in emergencies. This is done through PODs, which stands for Point of Dispensing Sites. Long Beach Public Health manages and operates a number of POD sites throughout the city in order to ensure the population of Long Beach has access. All right, so here we have Dr. Kushner, and you're with the Long Beach Department of Health and Human Services, correct?
Correct.
So if you don't mind, we're going to ask you a quick question today. What is a POD and what is the purpose of a POD?
A POD is a point of dispensing clinic. The purpose of a POD, it's usually an emergency response type of clinic where you want to administer either medications or vaccinations to a large segment of the population in as quick a time as possible.
A POD is just a place where a large number of people can be safely accommodated during an emergency, like a park community center or a school gymnasium, so that health department and medical staff can provide vaccinations or just dispense special medications needed to keep people healthy during a public health emergency. Please be aware that a POD is not a treatment center and is not a place to get your regular medications. For example, your diabetes or hypertension medications. Long Beach POD sites will be marked with the following logo, which will be visible on signs and forms. Hello, Julio.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Thank you very much. So here we have Julio Rodriguez here from the Long Beach Department of Health and Human Services, and he's going to answer a couple questions for us about medications and immigration status. So Julio, what happens if I can't afford to pay for the medications at the POD?
Yeah, all medications are free, so we don't charge you. Yeah, they're free.
So they're all free, okay. But what happens if I'm an immigrant? Do you guys look at immigration status?
No, we don't consider immigration status either, so we welcome everyone to come and get their medications.
So no questions asked.
No questions asked.
Okay, well, looks like there's no money required for the medications and they don't look at immigration status, so feel free to come to the POD. Thank you very much, Julio.
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
At a POD site, where medications are being dispensed, one person from a household can pick up medications for multiple members of their family. They will have to provide some basic information about their family members in order to receive the medications, such as age and weight. However, at a vaccination POD, clinical staff will give vaccinations at the POD site, and every member of the family who needs or wants to receive a vaccine must be present to receive it.
Hi.
Hello.
I think I got it all completed.
Okay, let's just take a look really fast.
Great, thanks.
Everything looks good. Thank you. Okay, so here's your medication.
Alrighty.
And then here are some forms just talking about the medication.
Oh, great.
For your use. So you're all set. Go ahead and go forward to the post-counseling and then to exit.
I'm post-counseling.
Yep, right that way.
All right, thank you very much.
Have a good night.
All right, you too now.
PODs have actually been used in a number of past emergencies, including the anthrax response, Hurricane Katrina, and the H1N1 outbreak in 2009. POD staff members are trained often by the City of Long Beach, sometimes through the use of free flu clinics, in order to ensure that POD activation is quick and efficient in the case of a real emergency. PODs are run under an Incident Command Structure, or ICS. ICS is an organizational structure that helps jurisdictions cope with the complexities of an emergency. There are 4 ICS sections that you will encounter in a POD: Command, Logistics, Operations, and Planning. Staff members from each section will wear different colored vests at the pod site. Each section is responsible for different roles and responsibilities at the site. There are 5 areas of a pod: the waiting area, registration and check-in, dispensing, medical evaluation, and post-counseling exiting. There will also be special assistance staff stationed throughout the pod. Let's take a look at what goes on at each of the 5 areas.
Hello, sir.
Hi, I'm going to get my medication.
The right place, if you would just please fill out this information before you reach the registration desk. That will take all the forms from you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, hi. How are you doing today?
How are you?
Okay, doing good. Oh, the application looks good. You don't look like you have any allergies. Okay, so everything's looking good. So you just need to just go over to the dispensing
Okay.
station and get your medication.
Alright. Right there?
Yes, right there.
I don't take any paper.
No, you don't.
Thank you.
Evil lurks in the hearts of men. What the shadow knows.
So, you're getting some doxycycline today, and this is to assist with or to get rid of any
In that case, I can
anthrax
go.
if you were exposed to anthrax.
Okay.
This will treat it. So it's really important that you take the medicine as directed. And if you experience any of the side effects, please contact your doctor. Do you have any questions?
No. No, I don't. Yeah, if I do, I'll just call my doctor.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. Have a good day.
I am a doctor, and I would be happy to talk to you about the medicine if you have any questions.
Well, just maybe some side effects.
Okay.
What are the possible side effects?
Drowsiness is one, so it's worthwhile taking this medication at bedtime so that isn't so bothersome to you. And if you break out into a rash, you should stop the medicine immediately and call any of us here at the health department or call your own family doctor if that's what you need.
No stomach.
Not likely to bother your stomach very much. If you want to be more comfortable about that, you can take the medicine with some food.
Okay. All right. That's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
The waiting area of the pod is near the entrance. This begins the first step in the dispensing process. You will first receive forms from a staff member in the waiting area or line. These are necessary screening documents and information about the pod process. Flow control staff will help keep lines moving and answer questions. Mental health and special assistance staff will also be around the area for any clients who may be stressed or need assistance in getting through the pod. Other special assistance staff will observe for special skill needs such as mobility assistance and language interpretation. Services and materials in other languages, such as Spanish, Khmer, and Sign Language, may also be available. Be sure to request assistance if you need it. At the registration check-in station, the medical screening forms will be reviewed by staff. Clients will be assessed for potential signs and symptoms of disease. This is to ensure that anyone who is sick or not feeling well can get a more thorough assessment. But if there are no problems, registration staff will direct you to the dispensing station. Clients will receive the medications and vaccinations at the dispensing stations. A dispensing worker will document the type and dosage of medication or vaccination and initial the medical screening forms. Only certified and trained personnel will be administering the vaccinations and medications. You may also receive a note indicating that you should seek prompt follow-up care with your personal physician. Then you can proceed to post-counseling and the pod exit. So here we have Pam Shaw from the Long Beach Department of Health and Human Services. She works with the Public Health Nursing Division. So she's going to answer another question for us today. So hello, Pam.
Hi.
So what should I do if I start to feel sick or ill when I'm at the pod?
Well, I think it's important to remember that the pod site is not a treatment center. It's a place where you go get medications or vaccinations to prevent a specific disease. So if you have symptoms of that disease, it's important to tell the pod worker in line, and then you'll be directed to the appropriate source of health care. That could be your private physician or an urgent care center or a hospital emergency room.
Okay.
If you have symptoms that are more like from standing in the sun or symptoms that you aren't sure of, tell the pod worker and you'll be directed to the pod's medical evaluation center.
I see. Okay, great. Thank you so much. The medical evaluation station serves as first aid for both pod staff and for clients. This station is available to receive and evaluate anyone with urgent symptoms, not necessarily related to the exposure.
Here you go. Excuse me, I have a question. What should I do if I have a reaction?
The post-counseling or exiting station is there to address any remaining questions that you may have about the agent, medications, follow-up care, or any other resources. Once you have visited this station, you've completed the pod distribution process and can now exit the pod. Now that you've seen what a pod is and what goes on at the pod site, let's go over a few rules and suggestions to take into account before visiting the pod. Bring identification with you, preferably a driver's license or employee ID if you have one. If you are picking up medication for your family members, be sure you know basic information about them, such as their name, age, and weight, to fill out on screening forms. Know any allergies you have or other medications you are taking. If you need to, you can bring other medications in a clear plastic bag or write a list of prescriptions you are currently taking. Make sure that you dress appropriately for the outdoor weather. Staff members at a pod should wear comfortable clothing that won't get caught or snagged while providing assistance to clients. Avoid loose clothing or long jewelry. Bring water and snacks. All injuries at a pod site should be reported immediately to your supervisors. Anyone working near the road should wear reflective safety vests. Well, I hope you enjoyed our walk through a Long Beach pod today. Be sure to keep track of the Long Beach Health Department through our website and Facebook page. Keep an eye out, too, in your local area for any pod events. That's all for today. Stay happy and healthy, everyone. Bye-bye.